everyone, and welcome back to Packer Transplants Live. I am Aaron Nagler, and I am joined, as always, by Mr. Corey Behnke, my partner here at Cheesehead TV. We are coming to you live from the LiveX studios in Manhattan. We're ready to talk some Packers. What's on tap today, Corey?
Today, we will shake off the loss to the Eagles.
Shake it up.
Not Taylor Swift. Slow down.
Shake it up.
And get ready for Sunday's showdown with the Cowboys down in Big D. But right now, it's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. We got the good. We got
Aaron Charles Rodgers.
We got the bad. We got
For the second week in a row, the run defense.
We got the ugly. We got
The Dirty Eagles. The Dirty Bird. Dirty Bird Eagles. Come on to Lambeau.
Eagles fans.
The
Eagles. Jim Schwartz. Go to HE double hockey sticks.
Everybody got that? We all clear now? How do you feel about it, Corey?
I don't feel very good about it. It's ridiculous.
I mean,
It's the dirtiest team in the NFL.
They
You're like,
certainly
oh, the
didn't.
Raiders. Dude, how,
Eagles are worse, no doubt.
how don't you eject Barnett from that game?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't get it. Like, all about player safety, but here's a guy, like, headlong into Jamal Williams while he's being held up by two other guys.
Head hunting, he's body hunting.
He was kind of head hunting. And then he does it later with Devontae Adams on that play up the sideline.
You know, and what's funny is the nice Eagle fan. So yes, I have to wear a cheesesteak hat. I think tomorrow I'm wearing one, which it's just gonna make me hungry. So that's fine.
Okay, can I just interject here for a second? Because I'm not supposed to do this on the super chat, but people, they put the super chats, and I want to say thank you for the super chat. Probably not green, but I also want to say your sentiments are asinine. There is always hope. Doesn't matter who's out.
There's always hope, but. The Eagles fans felt bad for all the non-DPI calls. You know, the reviewed one, but then the one at the end. And the one at the end is
one that
more egregious
helped decide
than
the
all
game?
of them. Yeah. It's like...
The one at the end, which literally falls into the category of why they instituted the fucking rule in the first place, but now we're not going to look.
I mean, the only saving grace is this Sunday.
What?
This Sunday, they kept that. At least they were consistent.
Yeah.
They consistently did not call
they
DPI.
consistent. Alberto Riveron is like, this rule is stupid. I'm always going to side on the side of the refs. Why are we even doing this? But it's clear that, like, you know, the competition committee got together and said, oh, this is how it's going to be. And the officials are like, well, this is stupid. So now they're never, ever, 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 ever going to utilize it in a way that it was meant to be utilized. And so since it's a one-year trial, at the end of the year, everyone will go, okay, yeah, that was stupid. And then they'll move on. And, of course, the Packers...
Well... Unless the same thing happens. The Saints game.
Oh, yeah, if the Saints cry and somebody sues Roger Goodell, then maybe something will happen. Yes, crybaby Saints are the whole reason we're dealing with this nonsense. And speaking of super chats, Eric Witt, thank you very much for the super chat. Aaron and Corey, my dad, David Witt, has been a Cheesehead TV fan for years. That poor soul.
Years, wow.
Our Packer talks always start with, did you hear what Nagler said about ? His B-Day is Saturday. Be great if you guys could give him a happy birthday shout out. Happy birthday, David Witt.
Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Hopefully we beat the Cowboys and give you a nice birthday.
Packers going to give you a great birthday present on Sunday.
Sweet. I think they're going to win. I really do.
So let's get to the news, shall we?
Oh, there's news.
Packers news. Speaking of no hope for the no hope crowd, Adam Schefter dropping on Monday that, Devontae Adams, long shot to play on Sunday.
And
against the
probably
Cowboys.
good. I mean, I've seen the things where it's like turf toe can take a while.
Oh, yeah.
It can take months. It can take weeks.
Oh, yeah.
But it certainly takes longer than 1 week.
Yeah, undoubtedly. And even if they give him the rest that he definitely needs, whenever he comes back, he'll be dealing with it for most of the season. There's little doubt that this is something that will, for lack of a better word, linger throughout the entire year.
Yep.
So, sit him down, get the rest he needs.
I mean, it obviously was clear last week when he wasn't in those last two drives.
There's a little bit different.
It was day and night, but I'm going to say one thing about that. I know we're in the news section, but
scripts be damn, man. Scripts be damn.
I'm just saying, I put this tweet out. Okay?
Oh, Corey put a tweet out, ladies and gentlemen.
Tweet out.
Hey, Corey's been hot on the old Twitter lately.
And it was like, it had everybody in there but Graham. On purpose, by the way.
Of course. You mean as far as like people who need to step up?
And I was like, yeah, it's time for these guys, these weapons to step up. And look, he game planned for Adams. Now he's game planning for Kumaro.
You better be.
So
better be. See, you keep jumping ahead. All right, Jamal Williams is in the concussion protocol because of the aforementioned hit by the Dirty Birds. it was nice to see him posting on Instagram, his Instagram story, telling everybody he's right as rain. Of course, he's not practicing. No surprise there. That was a brutal hit that he took. My one kind of caveat here when you're looking at Williams this week is remember that Devontae took a very similar hit a couple years ago on a Thursday night in that Bears game. And then he was back and able to play down in Dallas 10 days later. So I'm not ready to write off Jamal Williams yet. Every head is different. Every hit is different. When it comes to head trauma, you don't want to make any assumptions. Hell, for all we know, he could be out for like 3 weeks. But also, for all we know, he could be back on Sunday. So I'm not ready to write him off for the game on Sunday just yet. Because I've seen a lot of people go, oh, here comes Dexter Williams. And it's like, maybe. But let's let it play out first before we, definitively say that Jamal Williams isn't going to play.
Right, but I mean, would you normally game plan Jamal Williams as much as you would like we did? I mean,
I would hope
we
so.
knew we were going to run more last week.
Well, I would have liked to have
running
seen
we were trying to
what
do.
kind of game plan they would have had they had both guys available, because they had both guys in for that first play. Do we see more, two-back stuff like we saw early against the Vikings? I'd like to have seen it. I'd like to see it against the Cowboys. So we'll see. But as far as guys who will play, or at least it's looking that way, Brian Bulaga and Montravius Adams both returned to practice earlier this afternoon.
Good stuff.
Clearly, Brian Bulaga is the most important one here.
Oh, yeah.
The Cowboys can get after the quarterback. Dexter Lawrence is the most double-teamed defensive end / pass rusher in football for a reason. You want to be at full strength at offensive tackle heading into this game, especially on the road. On the flip side, Jake Kumaro, your boy, touchdown Jesus.
Touchdown Jesus.
Good to go. Proclaimed his shoulder to be 100%. Kumaro, going to be out there.
I like it.
Ready to make it happen.
Did you add that in the?
I did. It's not in your
like,
script.
I
But
thought
it's on the lower, though.
I thought maybe I forgot how to read for a second.
No, you're good. You're good. One thing that should be in your script, Kevin King and Tony Brown, two corners who didn't practice today.
That's not good.
Kevin King dealing with the quad injury.
Game though.
Yeah, he had a great game.
Wow.
Great game, but now he's injured again. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
And Tony Brown, my guy, my boy, dealing with a hamstring injury. Neither one of them practiced today. And heading into Dallas, I don't love it.
I think we're going to be seeing a lot of Randall Cobb.
Oh, speaking of Dallas and Randall Cobb, but speaking of Dallas, guess who they picked up for their practice squad? They announced this today.
Oh, I didn't see this.
This is Josh Jones.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Former Packer.
Oh, yeah.
Coincidence? I think not.
Not scared of Josh Jones. I am, however, a little bit scared of Randall Cobb.
As well,
Randall Cobb, watching him last week, he's yet to have that game.
Yeah. Well, he had a good game.
He had a good game.
Won.
He did.
Like he had a real productive.
But he had a good game last weekend too, but it wasn't that game.
Yeah. And he seems to be dealing with some kind of hand injury, according to his social media.
I mean, that makes sense. He had one drop that was really like what?
Like
he
where
that was a first down, that
where
little like 4 yard
coming over the middle.
Yeah.
And I think that was a classic case of like he looked where he was going before he caught the ball.
Yeah.
And then what was I going to say? There's one other one. Nope,
Cowboys.
that's it.
You already got
the Cowboys. Yep, we're good. They signed Josh Jones. I mean, it's just kind of funny. I saw the memes and jokes on Twitter about the Cowboys bringing in Josh Jones. Tell us everything you know about Mike Pettine's defense. Can't help you. Why do you think I got cut? Anyway, so that's the news. Packers news. How you feeling about this game, Corey?
I feel good about it.
Yeah? Has there ever been a Packers game you didn't feel good about?
Yeah.
Heading into it?
Playoffs.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
That's when I get
usually at those games though. So
yeah, but that's when I get a little bit anxious.
Oh, you know what? You know what else happened? Packers news that did happen right before we went live. They picked up Tim Williams off of waivers.
Oh yeah, somebody super chatted. Oh yeah, Jesse Hassan. What do you know about Tim Williams? There you go. Thanks for the super chat.
Thanks for the super chat. He is an outside linebacker who John Harbaugh name-checked last week after he got very limited number of reps. And he said, we need to see more production out of these guys. Got to see them getting to the passer, etc. He's a former third-round pick out of Alabama who hasn't been getting to the quarterback, apparently, but also has not been given a ton of opportunities. So it's kind of a chicken or the egg thing where Harbaugh literally said at his press conferences, they would tell you they need more opportunities. They being Williams and another guy.
Yeah.
They need more opportunities. I say earn those opportunities. So it's clearly he's trying to light a fire under the guys, but didn't seem to work since they cut him. But Milt Hendrickson, who is now with the Packers, former personnel guy there in Baltimore, probably has some good insight on this kid. Clearly feels good enough to bring him in. And I find it interesting that they do pick up an outside linebacker. Now, Kyler Fackrell didn't practice today.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a sense of Fackrell's not going to be available. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll see how the week plays out.
Okay.
Williams provides a little bit of ammunition / kind of depth there at outside linebacker. Let's get to the offense, shall we?
Yes.
The newfangled Green Bay Packers offense, which actually moved the ball and scored a bunch of points.
And it would have been a lot better if Jimmy Graham actually knew how to put two hands in the air.
Oh, dear. Not you two.
Does he just, refuse to put two hands in the air? Is he like, no, I got this, y'all. I got this.
Well, I mean, okay, on one of those, though, his other arm is being restricted.
Come on.
Let's be fair.
Come on.
On one of them. Not the first one, the fourth down.
At what point in this whole exercise are we finally going to reach the cliff and push Jimmy Graham off of it?
I don't think it's ever going to happen this season. I mean, I would absolutely.
Are they watching the
100%.
game?
I don't know. I mean, how hard is it to watch when you're watching Rodgers force feed his friend the football? Because that's what's happening. We've got to get Jimmy involved. So we're going to run him over the middle, have him turn around, and I'm going to fire it to him in the middle of the zone over and over and over again. Because we know he can't get separation. He's not going to work down the seam. He's not going to do anything physical in regards to getting open.
Nope.
And then we'll run a goal line fade on first down, the worst play call in the history of play calls. And my gut tells me that's a Rodgers where there's a call on at the line of scrimmage because then you see the two tight ends adjust outside. Mm-hmm. That's got to be Rodgers adjusting at the line of scrimmage going, ooh, we got man coverage and now go throw it up to Jimmy. Yeah, great. He's going to go use one arm and who cares? Yeah, I'm with you, man. They're trying to make Jimmy happen.
I don't
so
understand.
Bad.
Are the
They're
guys
Tanyan those snaps.
Is Tanyan that bad?
No, they paid Jimmy all that money.
You got Mercedes Lewis sitting there. I know maybe on the passing side you don't believe in it. He had a catch last weekend.
Yeah, he had a great hurdle too.
Yep.
Sweet ass hurdle.
So what are you doing? And also isn't
wasting time.
If the problem with a guy like Jimmy Graham is he's not giving you any variety for when you want to do other things.
Yes, exactly.
As soon as he's on the field, you're passing the ball.
And his problem everywhere.
His blocking is atrocious.
It's the whole reason the Saints moved on in the first place is because he has become so specialized as a player that as a defensive coordinator and as a defender on the field, you know when he's out there what's coming. You don't have to worry about him blocking. You know. So teams have realized that, he's a completely one-dimensional threat. And the bigger problem now is that one dimension used to be there was just
amazing.
Large upside there.
Throw it to Jimmy and he'll catch the ball.
He got 10 touchdowns in Seattle his last year there.
No doubt.
Now, that's all evaporated. So now that dimension, the one dimension you got, ain't that great.
Yep.
So I'm with you, man. It's frustrating.
Well, and it showed on those last two drives.
Yes.
The time when
you
Adams
most
is
desperately
out,
needed him.
I really need you.
I need you to step up here, $10 million man. Disappeared.
And I don't get into play calling. The play calling at the end on the fact that we get down to the red zone
is amazing in
that
itself.
many times though, and we don't get a touchdown.
But and that's what LaFleur and Rodgers said. We got to work on the red zone. Got to work on the red zone call and execution. And both of that is true.
Yep.
Of course. But they did move the ball all night. And they did score a bunch of points.
They did.
So it's not like the offense is broken. The offense has gotten better each week. I'm excited to see.
I wonder though if they have created the offense for Devontae. And so that
coming off that Eagles game where they clearly were like, okay, we are getting the ball to Devontae.
And smartly so. You have a very bad secondary.
A bad secondary to begin with, and then was banged up. And then got more banged up during the game. Yeah, 100% you should go to Devontae. We're going to get there. Let's talk about the offense. Let's talk about meet the new offense. Same as the old offense. I just found this funny. And there are tons of examples, but I just pulled this one. I put it up on Twitter. I wanted to show it here on the show of slant flat. Everybody's favorite bugaboo from Mike McCarthy. McCarthy would run it from a spread formation. Now you look at the top of the formation. You've got Jimmy Graham running a slant. You got Danny Vitale into the flat. That's slant flat. That's the same concept that Packers fans hated on for years with McCarthy. But now, we're running it out of a condensed formation. Oh, it's all new. It's a brand new Packers offense. No, This is what Ben Fennell was talking about all offseason. There are only so many concepts, right?
Yeah.
You're only going to have so much variety on a football field. Ultimately, it's just how you dress it up. And I just found that funny. Like, here's talking about getting Jimmy involved. Oh, we'll have Jimmy in the condensed split next to but not inline, but condensed, and then we'll have him run a slant. Mind-blowing. I just thought that was great. The run game.
But that just goes to show to what you just said is that, the reality of football is the minutia is the dressing up, the camouflaging, you expect the countering, you expect something, the
bells and whistles.
Yep, the diversions.
Don't really mean much.
Distractions, the things that take you off guard. And then it goes back to if you can run, and I do believe this, if you can run a power sweep.
Yep.
Like if
or
you
run the ball, period.
No, but if you can literally, even today, I think, if you could get 11 guys to run a power sweep, it's almost unbeatable.
You're cooking with gas, no doubt about it.
Even if they know it's coming. It's like when we used to run jumbo. I know I say this on the show all the time.
Maybe?
They'd say U71, they say jumbo, and you knew they were running it. Everyone in the whole place knew that, and they couldn't stop it.
Well, that's like what you talk to guys who played on that team, and Tauscher will tell you. Like, the defense was literally calling it out because Brett had hurt his thumb, and they were really limited as far as how much they wanted to make him pass the ball. So they'd bring in 71, they'd bring in Barry, and everyone would go. Everyone on the defense, like, sweep, he's going to run it outside. And Amon Green would go for 8 yards.
Yep.
They couldn't stop it.
Great.
That's good stuff, man. That is good stuff.
Those are great.
But the run game will be challenged this week yet again. I mean, we watched Matt LaFleur bang his head against the wall, first down after first down after first down on Thursday night. I hope and pray there's a bit of a different tactic taken down in Dallas on Sunday. And I know everyone yells at me, oh, the play calling, whatever, you can't do, blah, blah. No, I can do whatever I want. It's my show. I can say whatever I want. Don't run it on first down. Get your yardage on first down via the air, and then use the run game as a mix-up, as a bit of a different course, something outside the norm. Don't use it as first down battering ram. We're going to put the fullback in a little bit of motion and then try.
You got to run the ball on first down sometimes.
Sometimes, not every fucking first down, like 10 first downs in a row.
I hear you.
Burn me with fire.
I'm a big advocate of using the running game in this league.
I'm all for it. Zachary, thank you for the super chat, buddy. How come the players we released or traded are making plays for other teams but couldn't make a ton for us? Clay with 5 sacks, haha, with 2 picks. Okay, come on. I love these. These
Alumni did have a great weekend.
Had a great week. That's fine.
Micah Hyde had a pick of Tom Brady that was beautiful in the end zone. Trevor Davis had a 90-yard run that was maybe was a little less.
Had a huge run on a reverse.
Huge run.
But I will say, haha's first pick, the pick 6 was thrown right to him.
Yeah, it was.
Well done catching the football.
Good job, buddy.
Amazing. And 2 of Clay Matthews' 5 sacks have come on unblocked looks. So, yes, when you don't block Clay Matthews, he can sack the quarterback.
Well, I think Micah Hyde.
You've cracked the code.
I know he didn't ask about these 2 players, but I actually think Micah Hyde and Trevor Davis, like those are a little bit
I get moving
more.
on from Trevor Davis. I always hated moving on from Micah Hyde. They didn't even offer him a contract.
Yeah, it's that. Like did they not like the guy that much? Because he's a playmaker.
Here's the thing.
He's a playmaker.
And you say, didn't they not like him that much? He was one of Ted Thompson's favorite players ever. I remember listening to Elliot Wolf talking about how much he loved Micah, how he would talk about like his approach and his demeanor in the locker room. And his,
so you can't afford that guy? You just make a decision before you even. It's just weird.
100%.
It's weird.
100%. And it
especially
drives me nuts because he was getting better each year, and then he played his best ball leading up to free agency. Yeah, pay that guy. He is like the paradigm. He should be your poster child for draft.
Yeah, draft and develop.
Pay the man.
Yeah.
Like that should have been
really
it.
Weird.
But no, they're like, oh, well, we can't afford him.
Well, you watch that. What? Brady has this brilliant drive down the field, and I was like, man, I wish he'd throw a pick 6. I'm thinking the whole time. And that they actually called a penalty on Brady, and I was like, I didn't even know that was allowed in the NFL. And so then they gets the interception right in the end zone. I'm like, Micah Hyde. I'm like, oh, man, that's awesome.
But I do love back when Buffalo came to Lambeau last year and Devontae Adams shook Micah Hyde out of his jockstrap in the open field. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I do love that. But you know what it is. You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
Time to talk about the defense?
No, not yet. It is time for the Packers' young wide receivers
to
shut a whole lot of people up.
Yeah, MVS.
MVS.
Talking to you, MVS.
Geronimo Allison.
Gmo. Let's go.
Jake Kumaro.
Kumaro for sure.
Alan Lazard. Darius Shepard.
Dude, this game-
all of these guys.
This game could be Kumaro's coming out party.
so sick of Packers fandom, at least those that represent themselves online, being, these guys are just, they're replacement level. Oh, they're so terrible. Look where they were drafted. They're undrafted. Blah, 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 blah. None of that shit matters. Once you step on the football field, between the white lines, I don't care where you were drafted. I don't care what your journey was to get there. You are on the field. Now it's time to make plays. And these guys have a golden opportunity with all this stuff swirling around Devontae. Oh, they have nothing behind him. It is time to show what they have behind them. All of these guys.
I mean, I feel like they will, but I do to fans credit that say stuff about them. I mean, you know, they've had flashes this season.
Yeah. And look,
MVS
they'll do more, given more opportunities.
MVS has probably had the better of everyone of after Adams, right?
Yeah, of course.
But he still hasn't. He
hasn't been consistent.
He hasn't had a breakout game. Nobody's had a breakout game besides Adams.
But it's hard to have a breakout game when you're featuring Devontae and Jimmy Graham on 80% of the plays.
I hear you.
That's what I keep kind of going back to. Like, people say, oh, well, Geronimo hasn't done much with all this coverage on Adams. He hasn't done much. How many plays have they called where Geronimo is the number one read? Please dial that up for me, will you? You call Matt LaFleur and ask him?
I bet they've played one.
I bet you there have been maybe 2 or 3 tops. Other than that, Rodgers isn't looking at Gmo initially. He's looking at Devontae, Jimmy Graham, check down. You know,
pretty much.
Occasionally, sometimes, they'll call something for Gmo that is completely inappropriate for his skill set.
Or sometimes
that 3rd and 1 where he's like,
Gmo's the check down or MVS the check down.
But like Gmo is like out there in the smoke on 3rd and 1. That's not how you use him. They used Gmo on a freaking jet sweep last week. That's not how you use Gmo. Like, can we call plays for the skill sets available, please? Yeah. I'm just sick of it.
They haven't needed to until this weekend.
Well, here it comes, baby. Here
it's true.
Comes.
Someone, if we're going to win this game, which I believe we will, if we're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys, who the Saints just showed you the blueprint of how...
kind of.
Dude, they shut down Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, they did.
They shut him down. What did he have, 40 yards?
They did. But he
might have had less than 40 yards,
The caveat is always New Orleans in New Orleans. Like, it's just a different atmosphere, vibe, everything.
Ezekiel Elliott.
It's not really applicable.
I don't know. The running game, shutting down someone's running game, even on the other side, especially a guy like Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, that guy failed on Sunday.
Well, they have
he failed.
They have a very good defensive front.
He gets paid a crap load of money no matter who he's playing. Like,
of course.
He is the number 1 running back in the NFL. He's the number 1 running back in the NFL, is he not?
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on what metric. Maybe because Barkley's hurt. Possibly. Yeah, I'd see that.
He's in the top 3.
So now we're talking defense. That's a great segue, Corey Behnke. It's like you planned it. It's amazing.
I did try to. It's sometimes funny when you actually listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, because the run thing is 3rd on the defensive script, but we'll get there. The first thing up on the defensive side of the ball is corner depth. We aforementioned injuries to Kevin King and Tony Brown. Woo, daddy. Now we got Jair Alexander, who obviously is Jair, is the baller. We love him. But then after that, if these guys are out, then we're going to Tremont probably opposite Jair, which I don't feel terrible about.
I thought they were going to start moving him more to safety stuff, but they didn't really do it.
Not really. They've been doing a lot of slot stuff. But then, so if Tremont's on the outside opposite Jair, then we're talking Josh Jackson in the slot, maybe. Yee.
Which it's time,
I guess. I mean, I didn't love him at the safety spot. I don't love him. Josh Jackson on Randall Cobb.
I hear you.
I'm not feeling it.
About Dallas, though. Here's the thing about Dallas.
Yeah,
they don't have a huge wide receiver complement, and Jason Witten is getting old.
Well, Witten's
real old,
ancient, but he's really
he had like
smart
2
about
catches
open.
last week.
He's really smart about getting open. And
he's not Gronkowski, and he's not his old self.
Amari Cooper's no joke.
No, 100%.
That's Jair.
They're 1 and they're 2, right? And their 2 is Randall Cobb at this point.
Well, Gallup may play, so we'll see. He was injured, but he may play. We'll see. I saw reports today saying that he may He was doing some light stuff on the side at practice, etc. And there's a chance, Jerry Jones said there's a chance he may play on Sunday.
Okay.
I do love that the owner of the Dallas Cowboys has a radio show where he gives like injury updates. That's hilarious to me. Could you imagine if like Mark Murphy was
He's always been the coach.
Oh, exactly. But Mark Murphy was like doing radio hits and like, well, Devontae's toes looking pretty good. And
We would slaughter him.
it would be great.
He would get creamed by the media.
Hey.
Everyone would watch though.
Oh, of course. That's why Jerry does it. He's a marketing master. But speaking of defense, I wanted to give a shout out to Adrian Amos. This guy. Remember this summer whenever all the Bears fans were talking about how like, oh, he's so bad and like, oh, they overpaid. Let me tell you, he has been worth every penny the Packers paid him. He is such a solid force at strong safety. I wanted to show one play against the Eagles that traditionally in Green Bay, if this is a safety, any safety over the last like 5, 6, 7 years, that's a first down on third down. Amos and the robber here comes down, sees the quarterback break the pocket, gets outside, and then Wentz is a slippery guy. He tries to take the move inside. Ha-Ha would overshot that by 10 yards.
Oh, yeah. Ha would have just dove in front
MD
of
Jennings, forget about it. MD Jennings would have spontaneously
Did you just say MD Jennings?
Yes.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
Jar McMillan would have just said, I'm sorry, sir, and here's your first down.
Random safeties that no one remembers?
Everyone remembers. They've scarred us for life.
Packers haven't had a good safety since
Nick Collins.
Yep.
So, since Nick Collins.
And we had Nick Collins for like a blip.
And now we've got 2 safeties.
It's great.
And like Savage is the incredibly athletic one.
Oh my goodness.
But this
Savage,
is
did you see that? I saw this video, Fennel put the one where Savage comes all the way across the field.
So hot.
It's like, what?
That's so hot.
And you know what's funny? When you see that in real time, you think somebody missed, but when you watch you think like, oh, he's like the last defense.
He's cleaning something up.
He's actually saving the play. Yeah.
I love
it's ridiculous.
Hey, Mr. Bangin' Mangin'.
Bangin' Mangin'.
EJ Raji super chat. That's what I'm talking about. That's that feels like Lilu Dallas multipass. I like it. I believe that is a reference
Lilu Dallas.
I believe that's a reference to
Get out of
Fifth
here.
Element. And even if it isn't, I'm going to make it one. I love it. That is hot.
Okay, everybody wants to talk about the run defense, Nagler.
Well, guess what? That's next because the Packers need more than anything. Everyone wants to talk about, they need a bigger body or they need to get somebody down in the box and blah, blah, blah. They need disruption. I don't care how it comes.
Yeah.
I don't care how it occurs. They need disruption.
They did that in week 1. They did that in week 2.
Some bullying up front. And I think Montravius Adams being back in the mix should help. He's got a quick first step. He can get upfield quick. Just get them off schedule. How many plays did we see against the Eagles where, however you would draw up the counter or the wham block, they were able to execute it to perfection.
Yeah.
Like literally a coach's dream of saying, okay, here's how we're drawing it up, guys, on the whiteboard.
Do this.
Go do it. And the Eagles did it.
Yeah.
Like so many times, Lowry is like taking a couple steps upfield and trying to read what's going on. And while he's reading, here comes the tight end like blasting him in his ear hole. Like they have got to disrupt up front. No more reading shit. Get up there and just blow stuff up.
People saying
get him off track.
People said on the chat that we can't shut down Ezekiel Elliott. I disagree with that.
Does anyone remember when Barry Sanders came to Lambeau Field back in the day in the playoffs and everyone's like, oh, Barry Sanders going to run all over Green Bay, going to run all over the Packers. They're not going to be able to stop him. How are they going to stop Barry Sanders? You know how many yards Barry Sanders had that day?
4.
-2.
Oh, well, that was a different game.
-2, Behnke. So don't sit here. And Barry Sanders is 10 times the running back Ezekiel Elliott is.
20
Don't
times.
sit here and tell me
20
they
times.
can't stop him. They can totally stop him.
Of course.
Yeah, play their technique, play their gaps, play their assignments, trust the man next to him, and kick ass.
The other thing is
all they got to do.
They could get up 21 points, and then you're not going to run the ball
There's
anymore.
another way to go about it.
I think you need
weapons.
I think you need MVS, then
Let me tell you,
Kumaro.
I prefer your way.
Yeah, my way's a lot easier.
I mean, hell, that was kind of like the whole idea for the Packers the entire time Dom Capers was in town.
Yeah.
If you
just run up the score,
your 4 touchdowns, it's easy to get after the
You can
quarterback.
bend and don't break all day.
I love it.
You can bend and break all day.
And break, it doesn't matter. As long as you keep him out of the end zone. Okay, you ready? You ready?
I am ready.
Aubrey, we're ready. Hit it.
This week in the Packer Blogosphere.
This week in the Packer Blogosphere, the return of that venerable series. Corey, as we are wont to do on occasion, when there's not really much going on in the Packer Blogosphere, and hey, heads up, Packer Blogosphere, get the fucking work. Make some waves. Do something. All these, like, think pieces about where the Packers are after...
Yeah.
Man, make some noise. Get crazy. Do something.
Nobody does
nuts.
anything crazy anymore.
No, everybody wants to be a beat writer. Like, man, there are enough
Which is lame.
beat writers
Literally,
in the
I
world.
was
We don't
thinking
need
about
more
this.
beat writers.
The job of a beat writer is just to know all of the things.
Yeah. And to
That's
put all
it.
the things out there.
Yeah. That's annoying.
Not to entertain.
Yeah. It's not
have
to entertain,
fun.
not to have fun. It's just
Why
like,
do you think I left the beat?
it's just like, hey, did you hear we signed this other guy on the practice squad today?
Yesterday it was just for you, I didn't put the practice squad switch there. They signed DJ Bello, and I didn't even put it in the script. Just for you, because I know
No
how
one
much you
cares.
love
No one
practice
cares.
squad talk. But I did want to, so since there's nothing crazy going on in the Packer Blogosphere, we decided to feature Cheesehead TV.
Oh, Cheesehead TV, what's
Cheesehead
that?
TV's got some stuff going on. Hey, first of all,
We're on YouTube.
if you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe.
Yeah, hit
Please.
that subscribe button.
And if you know,
'Cause we have to beat Grossi.
if you know humans, well, we're never going to be.
We're never going to beat Grossi, but we're going to try.
We got to try and at least kind of catch up, keep up. Let's just keep up with Grossi.
The problem is we just can't make enough content.
No, that guy's like making like a video a day about everything. I mean, he's
makes-
doing like fantasy studs and duds, fantasy like here. Oh, I'm going to watch the Lions and what was it? The Bears and the Vikings, and I'm going to go live for that, dude.
Wow.
I can't even imagine going live for the Vikings and Bears.
I can barely go live
I
for
don't
this
really
show.
watch the Vikings and Bears.
I don't even like going live for this show.
That's true. I know. Yes, it's true.
I mean,
So we're never going to get there.
No.
But hey, if you know someone who doesn't have a YouTube channel / account, create one for them and then subscribe to the show.
there you go.
Subscribe to
There
the
you
YouTube
go.
channel for Cheesehead TV. We need some more subs, man. This is nonsense.
Yeah, we do.
This is ridiculous.
More
Although,
subs.
We've gotten a few in the last couple.
We have.
couple weeks.
We're begging for subs.
We're begging for subs. Hey, we finally got over 10,000.
We're that pathetic.
It's fine by me. Next up, I wanted to give a little clarification on the iHeartRadio app.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've had a number
Disclaimer.
of people either email, in the comments, however they've chosen on Twitter to communicate that when we came on board, we told everybody, oh, you'll be able to hear us all over the world via the iHeartRadio app.
Doesn't it say it on the promo?
It says it literally on the air pretty much every time I'm on.
Nice.
They say on air, whether live or in a recording, available worldwide on the iHeartRadio app. Well, okay, there's a bit of a caveat here. Worldwide includes Canada, Australia, and New Zealand.
Wow.
And that's it.
So
So it's great if you're in those countries.
but
If
here's the
you're
thing:
in
you can probably
you're
use
SOL.
if you're in Europe, you can probably use a VPN or
Right.
You can definitely.
People are trying to avoid having it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if we say, we're available on the app, they download the app and they
Yeah.
think, why can't I hear it? So that's why. So we apologize for that.
We didn't do it.
It's not us. It ain't us. But I'll try to post as much as I can on the website. I'm not sure how much of their audio I'm going to be able to get. But that is the answer to everyone who has asked. Finally, what kind of swag do you guys want? Corey keeps bugging me about new swag. We got to get new swag. We finally sold out of a lot of ball game left shirts. Now it's on a new swag, and I keep saying, like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and like, I'm not sure. I was so close to pulling the trigger on one of the replicating this.
I think
pint
we
glass.
should do Cheesehead TV T-shirts.
But that's the thing. Like, should we do another T-shirt? Let us know.
Well, here's
Either
the thing,
tweet us,
people. If
email
you're-
us, contact at Cheesehead TV. Let us know.
Let us know. If you're buying swag, just realize Aaron Nagler himself puts the merchandise
the
together and
distribution
ships
center.
the merchandise. And I just found the Packers Pro Shop. They sent me
That shirt.
the star shirts that Favre wore. And inside Packers Pro Shop, when they send it to you, they put this was packaged by
Stacey
the person
S.
Stacy S with pride. And so
No,
we're gonna have to do that.
Make
So
it for
you might
Cheesehead
get a
TV.
little
Packaged by
Nagler
Aaron N. with pride.
pride.
I love it.
It's great.
It's perfect.
It'd be sweet.
Do a Cheesehead TV lampshade. Now we're talking.
There you go.
There we go. Let's throw it open. Let's throw it open into the comment section. See what you guys got cooking here on the old BJ Raji super chat.
The BJ Raji super chat.
Cheesehead TV
Technically, we're
bikini.
still in that.
Randy. That sounds hot, but I don't think so.
Packerman dolls, that's funny.
Packerman dolls would be so expensive, but it would be fun. I want slippers. Aunt Gert G-Force t-shirts.
There you go.
That's amazing.
I think they have the trademark to G-Force, though.
They probably do.
They probably do. Maybe they didn't get it. That would be hilarious. Maybe I should just try to get the trademark for G-Force.
Can koozies with Cheesehead TV logo. I'm down for that. That'd be cool.
If we don't re-sign Bulaga, who will replace him? If it's
Well,
Billy,
they were talking up Alex Light today.
There you go.
They were talking up Alex Light. We'll see. My hunch is they would probably kick out Billy Turner. But Bulaga, barring setback, sounds like he's good to go. Sam Congado shirt. Now we're talking.
Oh, Brandon Bostic's tweet. I thought we would talk about. I thought that was going to be on the script. That was fascinating.
Bostic's tweet about...
He was great, actually.
Which one?
Well,
a couple. I saw because some guy responded to him.
Some guy decided he was an Eagles fan in Packers clothing and was like a douchebag to Brandon Bostic.
Oh, dear.
Was trying to make a joke on Twitter about something where, and then actually what was great is Bostic came back and was like haha and was really good about it. And then you responded that he responded to you, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, well, because I just said it was because Bostic said you kind of, it wasn't funny. And
you're not funny.
It didn't make a whole lot of sense.
And a bunch of Packer fans were like, yeah, that's not funny.
Derek, thanks for the super chat, buddy. Very nice of you. Oh, no. What? Do a Smiths Brothers shirt. Ooh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. We could do various Smiths album covers and have them on there. I know you're a fan.
You're getting a little niche.
I know you're a fan. Oh, a little niche on Cheesehead TV? Mon Dieu.
You're getting niche inside of a niche.
I know. That's how. JK is a weapon shirt.
There you
Corey's got to wear it on the show. I like that.
I'll wear it.
Jair holding Cooper similar to the way Lattimore did. Holding? There'll be no defensive holding, sir. But, yes, will he be checking him? Undoubtedly.
I feel like he's going to get a pick.
I can't imagine there's a plan that doesn't include Jair following Cooper for the majority of the afternoon.
Dak kind of sucked last week.
What's that?
Dak.
Yeah,
he kind of sucked.
He did, but again, I keep saying it's New Orleans, man. Aaron Rodgers does not look good in that building. I mean, it's a tough place to play, especially in prime time. The place gets loud. The defense can just tee off against your offense because they know that they got to work on silent count.
Why have the Packers struggled so bad on the outside run scheme?
Well, they haven't been able to seal anybody. And, everyone wants to talk about Jimmy Graham. It's not just Jimmy Graham. It's everybody across the board. It's allowing penetration inside, which as LaFleur was talking about today, the backs are taught to press the hole, which means you want to get up on. Ryan Grant talked to me about this years ago. On the zone scheme, it's like people get so upset. Oh, he keeps running into linemen's backs. Well, yeah, because you're supposed to press the hole. If the linemen aren't making the steps necessary to elongate the stretch play, the back has nowhere to go. And that's why you see it. But you're supposed to get up and then read the hole, put his foot in the ground, get upfield. And they've struggled mightily as a unit, completely. I mean, whether it's the tight end on the outside, whether it's the tackles, whether it's the guards, that hasn't mattered. Everybody at some point or another has failed.
Which means they'll probably gel at some point.
Let's hope.
The whole defense has.
I mean, can we just talk about the offensive line and the zone scheme and offensive line play? Can we talk about what a disappointment Billy Turner has been as a free agent signee? He is the one misstep that you can see as far as, Brian Gutekunst went out this offseason and had clearly a checklist of what he wanted to accomplish, did it on the defensive side of the ball. But, man, Billy Turner has been a disappointment, especially considering how much money they paid him. And I understand that undoubtedly that's about his versatility and maybe he can kick a tackle at some point, etc. But, man, I hope he plays better at tackle than he's played at guard because so far, for what they paid him, and they paid him right away. Were there people lined up to pay Billy Taylor good money? I don't think so. But they felt it necessary to hand him a pretty good chunk of change to come in and solidify the right guard spot. And so far, he has been pretty much what they already had. He hasn't at all, in any way, shape, or form, improved the right guard spot from the kind of menagerie of mediocre that was on display all last year. So I hope possibly he improves as the year goes on. But so far, the returns have not been good.
Do you think the Packers will make any big moves over the next 4 weeks before the trade deadline?
No.
Can someone explain to me the logic with blocking on the Rodgers fumble play? Why was Lewis asked to block the edge on the opposite side of the play?
Well, that's a bit that they've used quite a few times. I'm not a huge fan of it. they're sliding to the right and they're bringing the tight end across. They want that tight end coming across to look like, you know, one of their running plays where they used to do it all the time, actually, with McCarthy, where they'd have that tight end go across the formation. Ryan Grant would hit the middle, and he got a bunch of big gains off of it. So you're trying to make them kind of second guess themselves, the defense. And Barnett wasn't having it. He was just, you know, ears pinned back, getting after Rodgers. And when you do that, you're not second guessing. You're not, you know, pausing. You're not wondering, oh, is it a running play? He's just getting after the quarterback. And so he was already upfield. Lewis was in a bad spot. And look, I don't hate that design in the normal run of a game, but backed up on your own end, 2-minute warning, they're taking a shot there. Rodgers even said MVS comes breaking free, and you see it on the tape.
Yep.
Like, he's got him if he can just hold the ball for another second.
Yeah.
That's probably a touchdown.
Yep.
I don't hate the idea behind it. You're being aggressive, but man, like, I don't love using your tight end in that situation. When you take the shot, fine, but let's have the most sound possible protections there. So yeah, it cost, and that was a pretty pivotal moment of the game when you think about the fact that then the Eagles had a short field because of the turnover, they scored a touchdown, and that's the difference.
Yep.
You know, if they just hold that ball, and then the next series they go 70 yards in 50 seconds and score a touchdown, and it's like, okay, we're back on track, but now you've fallen behind.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a really pivotal moment of the game. I didn't love utilizing that blocking concept there, but like I said, in the run of the game, I don't hate it. Like, you can use it as a change up, something to keep the defense guessing. I just thought it was a bad time to kind of go
Keith
to that
P, thanks for the cheese $1.99. The Cheesehead TV beer. That's what he's suggesting.
Oh, there we go.
I would love it. Everybody would have to do like a
I mean, that'd be a tough gig.
That would be a Kickstarter, I think.
Yes.
Have to get enough money
in.
to have like a local Green Bay brewmaster like Brad Stillmank make a special beer.
Special Cheesehead TV
You have to do some kind of partnership there.
Patrick asking about Tim Williams. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the program, but he's an outside linebacker from Baltimore who essentially a former third-round pick out of Alabama. Harbaugh has given him a bunch of chances, hasn't been able to produce. However, the caveat is he hasn't been given a whole lot of snaps to go and produce. So Packers probably hoping that they can utilize his talents. He's got athletic upside. And with Kyler Fackrell seemingly hurt all of a sudden, no one really knows. We'll see if he gets an opportunity to play sooner rather than later.
Watch Party Sunday.
Watch Party Sunday. Right here in these here Cheesehead TV studios. Corey and I will be watching the Packers take on the Cowboys on the YouTube channel.
Join us.
Join us, because we all know y'all hate Buck and Aikman. So turn them off. Listen to us instead.
We're not going to be listening to them.
We won't. We'll be drinking beer and watching football.
Cool.
You got anything else?
Nope.
All right. That'll do it for this week's installment of Packer Transplants. We'd like to thank everyone who stopped by to chat some Packers with us. That's why Corey and I are here. We are and will always be devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide.
Hey, Winston, I'm sorry. Where is the Winston that has given us illumination and information at past press conferences? Did we do something that you're down on us again? But this was last week it didn't go very well, and we want to talk about your guys, and I'm not quite sure what you want from us to make that happen.
I can't help you.